today's a very special day. Not only do we have special guests for this segment of our program, it also would have been the 13th birthday of Ethan Arbelo. He's the featured subject of the Little Man in Pursuit of Happiness series just completed in the Daily News. We welcome to the program Ethan's mother, Maria Maldonado, and the NDN staff reporter who told the story for our readers, Jessica Lipscomb. Welcome, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you for continuing to share your son's amazing story.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, what is it that led you to decide to go public and to share your son's battle with brain cancer in such a public way? That must not have been easy.
It wasn't easy. I actually met Danya, the photographer,
Yes.
online on a Craigslist. My car was repoed when Ethan was first diagnosed, and I had placed an ad because I needed a vehicle to get him back and forth to treatments, and I just needed someone that could give me a ride. And Danya actually reached out to me and said, I can't help you with the car, but I would love to tell your story. And the way that she brought it about, knowing how much we need pediatric cancer awareness right now, it seemed the logical thing to do. And when we talked about it, I had seen movies about pediatric cancer before, and it's kind of glamorized and romanticized, and there was nothing romantic or glamorous about the things he had to go through. So I gave Jessica and Danya free rein to tell the story, good, bad, or ugly. Tell it like it is, and how ugly it is, how beautiful it is one moment, and how things can change on a dime. And I wanted to bring that to the forefront of everyone's mind.
You mentioned Danya. We should point out her last name is Maxwell, Danya Maxwell.
Yes.
Very talented staff photographer at the Daily News.
We love her like family.
Well, family is a good word, because I imagine there are future journalists of tomorrow watching this program, and they see you and your work and what you did, and they might be asking how you managed to balance your journalistic responsibilities with the feelings of family that had to have been very much a part of this.
Yeah, it was difficult at times because we love Ethan and Maria, and we got to know them very well. But Maria was very clear to us at the beginning that she wanted us to tell the true story, the honest story, and not leave anything out. So that made us feel a little bit more comfortable in telling some of the moments that were maybe a little uncomfortable or unflattering to the certain people in the story. But we just tried to honor her wishes and tell the story in the most honest way possible.
There was a certain tough, realistic, yet compassionate and very human edge to the story as I read it. And so much of it seemed to lead back to your background as a Marine.
Yes.
Which is always, which will always be a part of you. And the other part of the story was that this was your son's illness and passing was something that even transcended the toughness of being a Marine. And he liked to think of himself as a Marine.
Well, he became an honorary Marine, so in any Marine's eyes, when you get the order from the Commandant, you're just as good as you walked across Paris Island yourself. And people still refer to him as his brother. And I like that. I didn't know any other way to approach it and still get him to fight in the way that I needed him to. I had almost lost him several times previously. Yes. So in order to get him over those humps, I had to be a little harder on him and get him to push himself, because I think it's kind of easy, whether it's a child or an adult, to sit back sometimes and just feel sorry for yourself in the situation you're in, and he was not allowed to feel sorry for himself. I wanted him to live with cancer, not just exist with it.
You captured that, Jessica. Listen, that's hard work.
Thank you. The thing we liked about Ethan was that he, like Maria said, like he didn't just sit back and be all sad about it. He wanted to live his life, and he did. And I never once heard him complain. He didn't make you feel sorry for him. You felt alive when you were with him.
There was another special group of folks who kept on showing up in the stories, and that was the biker community. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I think Maria had met them at an earlier fundraiser, but
they're always there at fundraisers.
They really stepped up to the plate, the Lost Riders and the Llamas, and they came by a lot to make Ethan happy, bring him visitors, tell him jokes, give him a little leather jacket. So they became part of Maria's family.
Let me ask you, what do you hope readers take away from this? What would you like them? I mean, they gain so much if they followed the story all the way through, and also online, the story and the pictures will live forever.
Right.
And there's also a video component of this too. But what do you hope our audience takes away from this and keeps?
First and foremost, never take your children for granted. Don't take for granted that they're always going to be there, because things can change on a moment's notice.
And they did for you.
And yeah, they did. And you don't have regrets about anything that you did while they were with you. You want to lay your head on your pillow at night and know that you were the best parent that you could possibly be, no matter what the odds were. And then secondly, live your life on your terms. Stop letting people dictate how you live your life. You only get one shot at it, and you have to make it the best possible, so that when you take your last breath, there are no regrets. You did exactly what you wanted to do and how you wanted to do it. And at the end of the day, when you're remembered, you want people to say they had a full life. They lived it to its fullest potential, and they didn't miss a beat.
What do you think a reader's takeaway should be from this?
I probably would echo what Maria said. She says it so much better than me. But, Ethan at the end of the day just wanted to do cool stuff and have fun. And I mean, if there are things you want to do, go do them. Life's short.
What will Ethan's legacy be?
Ethan's journeys, actually. I've just filed for my 501(c)(3). I'm going to launch a not-for-profit foundation in order to bring bucket lists to other children that are battling terminal cancers or other terminal illnesses.
I'll bet you will keep telling us that story too.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know when Maria launches her fundraiser, so that everyone can help.
Little Man in the Pursuit of Happiness, the story goes on. We thank Maria Maldonado, Jessica Lipscomb for being with us. We'll be right back to wrap this up and take a look at next week's show after this.
Tom Moran and Bob Edwards, Barron's nationally ranked financial advisors, manage $2 billion in client assets with extraordinary attention to service, 20 years of measurable portfolio performance, and one of the friendliest, most attentive staff. Discover why there's strength in our numbers. Call Moran Edwards today for a complimentary consultation, or visit us online at moranedwards.com.
We've redesigned NaplesNews.com with you in mind. Enjoy great stories, photos, and information on a new, easier-to-navigate website. Built for the way you read your news throughout the day. Delivered to your laptop, smartphone, or tablet. Wherever you are, you will get news and information you need. Presented in an easy-to-find and easy-to-read fashion on the device you're using. NaplesNews.com and Naples Daily News. Putting your world in your hands.